Greetings and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Okay, today we're going to focus on something that's rather important. It's a very low-key, very unexciting, but very critical part of this game. And of course, it's a huge money generator. So that's what we're going to talk about, and we may do a little something else when we're done. Okay, so first and foremost, in our last episode, I turned a wreck in, got a new fighter, and killed a pirate, did a couple of quests with that one, and then of course helped out a freighter, in which case I got the freighter for free. So why don't we just take a quick look at him? He's over here right now, and you might notice he's got all kinds of stuff in him, right? Because I like to keep rare stuff on the freighters because I don't need them all the time, and besides, they stack high and it's actually convenient. See, the thing is, you can be anywhere long away from your ship, sitting in the middle of an open plain, and just send stuff to your freighter. Now, getting the stuff out, you kind of have to be on the freighter. So I just use it for storing stuff that's actually kind of useful. See, some of these things are actually expensive here, and I can make a lot of immediate money on them if I wanted to. Maybe not so much the nitrogen, although nitrogen is kind of important in some situations. But you know, the thing about it is that it's just more interesting for recipes, because it's all about the recipes, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let's talk about some recipes, actually. Let's go into here for a minute, because we're going to be something we're actually going to be using. All right. Let's go down to something that is going to be very important. I just missed it there. Glass. Okay, so in order to make glass, you need 50 frost crystals, right? And you can see a piece of glass is going to be worth 13,000 units, right? Well, that's kind of interesting. And then let's talk about lubricant. Okay, lubricant, it just needs 2 plants, gamma root and copyright. That's all you need for them, right? Okay, that's worth 110,000 units. All right, what if you had a product that used both of them? So if we had 5 glass, right, which we get a stack of there from 250 frost crystals, and then we got some lubricant, then you could have living glass, which sells for 566,000 units. Now, everything I just mentioned is stuff that you can grow. So, farming is pretty darn important. There are other recipes too, but we're just gonna focus on those for the moment here, and realize that there can be some serious money made from farming. All right, so how do you start farming? Well, you begin, of course, by making your base, right? And then you get this fellow, the overseer. Eventually, that leads to him, the science dude, who basically just kind of ponders his existence a lot. Just look at him. Yeah, and after that, the next one that becomes available is, of course, the armorer dude, right? At the moment, he wants me to go kill some sentinels. I'm okay with that. Really, I am. And eventually, after him, you can make the agriculture station and, of course, then hire a farmer. Okay, just don't look into the eyes, that's all. Now, at the moment, what he wants me to do, where is it here? Agriculture research. He wants me to construct a hydroponics tray and grow some copyright. Now, in order to have these plants, in order to grow them, you have to have them, which means you have to get them. One good place for doing that is, well, you could go over, see, that's all gamma weed. If I wanted to go over and grab that, I could go over and grab that. No problem. A good place for simply getting it are the ships that land on these trading outposts. Now, you won't get like everything that shows up, but you know, if you visit a couple of them and you hang out, you will fill your reserves. They're very inexpensive. Actually, it's kind of scary how inexpensive they are considering what you can do with them. But you do have to have them in order to grow them. So that's one of the things he's going to tell you to do. All right, so he wants me to make hydroponics. Okay, let's just take a look at my options here for a moment. And let's go to, where is it? Equipment. And then you would scroll over to farming. Okay, so let's see. This, okay, look at this one first here. Hold on a second. Okay, so that is a hydroponic tray. If I make that, I can plant into that and it'll grow, right? Or I could make a big one. It's got 4 slots there, right? Of course, it doesn't really fit too well in this room. I also don't have what I need to make it, right? There is another option. Something that if you get the salvage technology, and I made a special trip to make sure I got salvage technology for this. You know, these are the things that if you go and you find them, I don't know if there's any visible from here. I'm doing my scanning now, because I think I'm, oh, there's one. All right, so if I go over to that location, right, and I dig with the terrain manipulator, there'll be a little electronic box. If I just E it, I'll get 1 to 4 of those, right? So you have to do a little bit of traveling around, and virtually every planet has them, although there are some planets that don't really have a lot. I've seen a couple of them. But anyway, if you get them, eventually, if you start doing like collecting blueprints like I've been doing, eventually you'll run into a very interesting one. And that, of course, is the biodome. That one costs 10. It's a little on the expensive side, but you know what? It's worth it. So what I'm going to do is going to grab the biodome. And of course, when you grab one, something else appears. So the curved corridor is there. So I'm just going to grab the curved corridor. That way I don't have any of them, right? All right. Now, I happen to know that the biodome is going to require glass. So fortunately, oh, and this is how I fix my situation here. I have like a lower room here, and that's going to open up into a bigger room. So that way the roof is underneath that platform there. Yeah, I'm going to have to kill a lot of trees for this. But at the moment, I think what I want is over here, although I might grab a few things. All right, I'm going to need that, but I don't need 2 stacks of it, right? And then I'm going to need frost crystals, although I'm not going to need that much of it. All right, and I think there may be something else I need, but we'll come back to that. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the biodome, and I'm going to plant the flowers in there that he wants me to do. So first thing I'm going to need, of course, is I'm going to need the glass. All right, so I have 2 stacks of frost crystals, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to scroll down until I see glass. All right, so that is 50, right? Okay, so I'm going to make more of those. There's a way of doing this like on the spot with a hotkey. I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to do this from now. And one more. Okay, so I had 2 full stacks of frost crystals. Now I have 1. You can just buy these, like I said, from the people coming on the ships, if you can find the right trading platform. They cost about 3,000, right? For the full stack. You can turn this into glass, which could sell for 65,000, right? So that alone is great money. But of course, when you work in the living glass, that's when you get the real money there, right? Okay, so I needed the glass, I have the other things, and of course I have the blueprint. So what am I going to do? This has always been my plan. See, this is the round one with him in there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go outside. How's my health doing anyway? Yeah, it's a little low. No problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the old Z. I'm going to go over to this. And then I'm going to select biodome. And there we go. And of course there's no door, but I'm sure you can figure out how I'm going to get in. Okay, there we go. See, this one isn't round, so it probably would have worked. I might do it in the future, but just not right now. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to get back to equipment. Actually, not equipment. We're going to go to structures, and then a door, except not a door, a ladder. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's go on up here. Okay, and this is my biodome. Of course, it's nighttime, so there ain't going to be a lot of growing around here, but we'll get it all set up. Okay, he wants me to make the copyright plants there, so I'm going to do a Z again, and then I'm going to go over to basic equipment here, not basic equipment here, and I'm looking again for farming. Now, the middle one there, the first one it selects is actually plants. At the moment, I can only make 1 type, right? So right there, am I in the way? No, am I? Okay, yeah, that should be fine, right there. Notice I need 40 of the plant in order to make the plant. So that one and that one, I'm just gonna make 2. And the farmer is aware that I planted them. Now the thing is, they will grow. I'll get a bunch of the flour from them, but then they'll just regrow. So I don't have to worry about replanting them. It's like an endless source at that point, right? All right, so let's go on down. So he knows that I successfully farmed them. But of course, he's going to be asking me for the amount that I got from harvesting them. But of course, I have extra, so I'm just going to give him that. All right, so let's talk to him. And he's happy about that. I'm just going to give him some of it. Okay, and then he's going to give me the recipe for the frost wart, which will allow me to grow the frost crystals. And I think we can just do that now. All right, so he's going to say, please do this, and I'm going to say, yes, I accept. Because otherwise I won't get the next mission, will I? Okay, so why don't we just go plant the frost warts now? All right, let's go on up. Okay, same principle. Z, and then equipment, and then farming. And you can see that there are 2 plants there now, right? I have 2 plants available to me. So let's just plant that one there. Oh, am I in the way? Yes, I'm in the way. No, 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 get back up, get back up, get back up. All right, that and that. Okay, and the farmer knows that I planted them. All right, so at the moment, obviously in the end, you're not going to get rich with like what we have here. You're going to need rows and rows of them, like the big hydroponics, the 4 ones. But, you know, for now, this is going to do. All right, let's go see him again. And, of course, I have some extra stuff there, if you remember. So we're going to give him that. Okay, you've mastered the frost wart. And I'm giving him basically 1 glass piece worth. About 13,000 worth. But you know what? You got to advance, right? Okay, and then he's going to give me... Okay, the solar vine. Oh, I can do that. Okay, that's good. And basically he's asking me for the solar vine. We're just going to accept that. Okay, that works out pretty good. Oh, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. Not, okay. Down, boy, down. Thank you. Okay, because I'm not quite there yet, because I know I have it. As I said, I was buying stuff up all over the place. I think it's over here. No, that's where the gamma root is. I don't have a lot of gamma root, but there's a lot growing around me, right? Hold on. There it is. All right. Yeah, I don't quite need that much. I think that will do. Cactus flesh. Is he? I don't think he's going to have me grow that. He might. We'll just see. We'll just do this in order. The only way to unlock all of the plants... Okay. Actually, I can go up there now. I'm going to have to learn to run around that thing, though. All right. So that's where we put them. So we'll stand here. Same thing as before. We're going to do this. And then get to farming. And, of course, there's 3 plants there now. All right. So not that one. We're going to go with that one. All right. I'm going to put that there. And we're going to put that there. And the farmer calls me. All right. No, down. Okay, you know what? Here, just kind of like fall. There we go. Okay, where is he? He's hiding. Okay, solar vine. I'm going to give him that stuff. Okay, what's he up next? Okay, fungal. I think I don't remember. I think I have some fung. I definitely have the ammonia, that's for sure. All right. Okay, he's talking. All I care about is the accept. Okay, fungal clusters. All right. Did I have some? I think that I did, walking around the ladder. I do have ammonia. It's for my toxic protection thing. Let me just see here. Yes, I do. Oh, I have a bunch of them, too. Okay, that's good. All right. And I have star bulbs. Is he going to ask me for star bulbs next? Okay, I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, let's do this then. Oh, missed it. All right, so let's put them over here. All right, where is... Actually, I wanted... Hold on. that. And then we're going to go to farming. And I have now 4 plants available to me. So that's the one I want to plant. That. And of course he wants some fungus for himself. So let's get him some fungus. No, stay off the ladder. I should have to E the ladder. Okay, so let's do the farming. Okay, you can have 50 of that. What you're going to do with it, I don't care. All right, what's up next? Gamma weed. Yeah, I think we're probably... Yeah, gamma weed, I'd have to go out and get it for myself, I think. All right, what I'm going to do is... All right, now, I could just go over and get the gamma weed for myself. Mostly because I have this, which allows you to actually pick form off of trees. You really can't do that until you have this, because it's too dangerous. But I think you get the general idea at this point. You just keep making the plants, and then once you've gotten all of them, because he lets you get all of them, then you can just figure out how you're going to farm, what you want to farm. And I mean, the things that we already see here for a moment, here in a second. Let's get back to this thing for a second. Where was... Right, the lubricant. Lubricant was the copyright, which we can already make. The gamma root is actually what we're doing right now, right? And then we already saw that the glass comes from the frost ones. So we already pretty much know what we can do to make a lot of this if we wanted to. Of course, there's other things too. Like for instance, I think, was it unstable gel? Acid and unstable gel, and you can make this, which is 800,000, right? Unstable gel is cactus flesh. Well, we haven't gotten to that yet, but you saw I actually had that in storage, right? And I think the other thing we needed, what was the other one we needed? Acid. Where's the acid? Wait a minute. There it is. Those are both other things you can plant. You can see I already have the fungal mold. We planted that already. Mordite, you can actually get that 2 ways. You can plant that. I believe that's the last one. You also get that for killing living creatures. So if you do that and you do the gel, then you can make the liquid explosive. I think the liquid explosive is actually part of another recipe as well. That's the thing about it, is a lot of these, you know, are subcomponents. And if you keep going and keep getting the recipes, you can make a lot of money on some of them. Now, if I was just going to put this stuff back, I think I'm going to put these guys back here. Put them into storage, and put that into storage, and put that into storage, and put that one into storage too. All right, so I don't have any of them on me now. Okay, what I do have on me is something else. There was another addition to my base. I had another room, so I can add this. This is a large refiner. It's like the little ones, except one, it's huge and kind of needs a room to itself unless you have a really big area. 2, it doesn't require any carbon to be put in. It kind of gets its power from the base. 3, you can actually refine multiple elements to get a third one, right? In this case, trillium and dihydrogen, and I got this one here. Now, I needed this. I needed this because it is it's for a recipe that I want to make. And you can't really buy it that I've seen, so you really have to manufacture it. At least that's my experience. So I'm going to put this in my suit. I'm also going to take that. I'm going to put that in my high capacity inventory. And you know, since this thing is sitting here doing nothing, I'm going to have it make me some pure ferrite. Right, I mean, it's sitting there doing nothing. I might as well have it doing something, right? All right, because that's what I do with all that rusted metal. I break it down into ferrite dust and then make it to pure ferrite, and then of course magnetized ferrite. Oh, and I have been hitting drop pods. If you look here, you say, well, that's not so bad, but this is where I use the free slot that comes from drop pods. We'll have to do one of those one of these days. And you can see they go up to 500. So I keep a lot of stuff in here that's important. That way I can free up as much as I can. This stuff I'm going to have to put back on the ship, because that's kind of what that's for. All right. Where do you get the recipes? Well, you know, I think we got time for one last thing. Okay, so why don't we grab some portable technology and put down my signal booster. All right, so I have, of course, a lot of these navigation datas, right? You'll get them if you just pick them up, right? So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for something that gives me a secure frequency. Okay, so what I'm going to do is input data, navigation data, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan for secure frequencies. My experience is you either find one of two things: a manufacturer's facility or a resource depot. A resource depot is free stuff. Those are rare. So probably going to find a manufacturing facility if there's one on the planet that I haven't actually broken into already. Okay, operations center. It says it's an operations center, but I'm willing to bet that if I look at it, it's going to say manufacturing facility. Manufacturing facility. Okay, so that's where I'm looking for. All right, so let me pick this up because I frequently forget about them. If it was in my base, it wouldn't bother me. All right, now why did I want that other stuff? Well, there was a recipe that I got that I want to test out. And it's this one. This is the pulse spitter. Right, so that one, I needed that other element in order to get that. So I'm going to be testing that one out. All right, so what a manufacturing facility is, it's someplace that's secure and protected, and you break into it, and if you do what you're supposed to do and survive the attempt, you can get a recipe. It might be something common, it might be something very uncommon. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go, where is it again? Is it over this way? That way. It's quite a distance too, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fly. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Where's my fighter? Well, my fighter is currently on my freighter. So here's what happened. Not too long after making the last video, I found a wreck on a planet. It was a hauler. Its base price was just under 20 million. I ended up getting a trade-in on it for 5.1, threw in an extra 1.4 million, and, well, it's an S-class. It's got 28 slots here. It's got some decent numbers. And how many technology slots does it have? It has a bunch of technology slots, too. So what I'm going to be using this for, this is going to be like my mini hauler for now, you know? And the fighter is still good. The fighter, although I want to get a better fighter someday, but this is going to be my my workhorse for a while, until I get a really good hauler, that is. So the way that worked, of course, was it's not really easy to do unless you have a freighter. So what happens is I land next to it, I fix it, I claim it, I take off with it, and I fly back to the station and get my new ship, come outside, call my freighter, then my fighter is sitting on my freighter. That's kind of the way that works. All right, I'm going to go out to the manufacturing facility, and when we get there, we'll be back. Okay, approaching. All right, and it's got a little ring. Good. Okay. Now I'm hoping it's just sentinels around. You know, I once upon a time I landed on. Oh, there's a doggy. Oh, that's not good. I hope they don't aggro on me immediately. That could end up being a problem for me. Moving over here. Okay, that's a quad. Okay, they don't seem to be immediately aggroing on me. Oh, there's multiple ones. That could, okay. All right, let me just work on my health here a little bit. This might be a little challenging, considering I don't really have powerful weapons here. I don't really care about them. I have to get through the door. All right, so I'm going to hope this guy's going to help me with the door. All right, speaking of which, where is the door? They're really not going to like when I start doing this. Okay, quickly, before none of them are there. All right, so you got to get through the door, right? Reload. Reload, please. Okay, they're mad. I should have just stuck with the other one. Boom, I'm in. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Toxic. I know that word, toxic. An automatic process has scrambled the output of the terminal. I can make out a few words, but the rest is lost in static. They could lead me to the overseer's workflow, bringing the facility online. Gas? The word toxic was used. Guessing. The system comes back online. All right, so if you know the words, you can get stuff with that. And he's in there, but he's kind of bugged, as you can see. They won't attack you once you're inside, because they can't, and you can't attack them. What did I get? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, well, I think that I got a recipe of some kind. I wasn't paying attention when it happened. All right, at least I hope I did. Otherwise, I'm going to feel foolish. And of course, while I'm here, I'm just going to steal everything that isn't locked down. Okay, so that is a manufacturing facility. It would have worked a lot better if I'd used the other one. Apparently, it does better damage. And when I mean other one, I mean the Boltcaster. Mind you, I don't have any mods for either one of them. So, I'm guessing mods make all the difference. Okay, so anyway, what it is you go into them, you do what I did. And by the way, as a little hint, if you really mess up the question or something, what you can just do is go back to the restore point from when you got off your ship. Because, basically it does a soft save when you get out of your ship. So you could just restore it if you really didn't want to lose whatever the prize was. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So we covered a lot of farming and recipes and such like that. And I showed you how to get new recipes from a manufacturing facility. Like I said, the other thing it could give you, you're not going to be mad at me or anything, right? Is just, you open it up. You get the input data in there, the nav data, and then you hit secure frequencies. You can either get another manufacturing facility or, like I said, a resource depot, which are great, by the way. All you have to do is destroy them and you get all kinds of great rare stuff. But I got another one of those. So I will probably be taking care of that pretty quickly. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.